start with you.
Hey, Dontaie. Coach Cal has talked a lot about how this is such a different year and how hard it is to get you all together as a team to gel off the court. You were there last year, so you know what it was like in a non-COVID year compared to this year. Why don't you just talk about what is the differences that you've seen from last year to this year?
I think the pretty obvious differences are like there's no fans. There's not as many like going out to team meals as normal just because we're trying to stay in a bubble. So I'd say just things like that. And obviously it's different, but I feel like we're doing the best we can with the situation.
All right, thank you.
Jerry Tipton will come to you next.
There we go. Sorry. Dontaie, I wonder what went through your mind when the fans were kind of grumbling or groaning when Brandon Boston missed the shot late in the first half? They seemed to want you in the game.
I don't like that. That's my teammate. That's my brother. At the end of the day, I'm always have his back, and I feel like everyone BBN, everyone should be there for him and support him in this time. Because when he's doing good, I think that people are going to switch and they're going to be supporting him. So I think everybody should just stay positive with him.
And I wonder how you would compare the defense that Mississippi State played against you with the defense that Vanderbilt and played against you.
I noticed later against Vandy, it was more of a face guard, so I'm gonna have to do things to get open. As far as just maybe it's running hard and maybe taking a different route. So I feel like the first team wasn't really as prepared, but the second team was a little more.
John Hale will come to you next.
I'm curious, what exactly does adding Keon to the mix do for you guys? Obviously, he's been around in an off-the-court role so far, but having him available, what does that do for you?
I think you all have definitely seen him last year. I mean, I think you know a little bit of what he brings to the table, but coming back in his second year, he's gotten bigger, stronger. He's become like more of a leader for us, and he's going to be a great piece added for sure.
Larry Vaught will come to you next.
Yeah, Dontaie, just wondered when you heard or saw the criticism Coach Calipari had of your defense, is that just a motivating factor for you? And did you agree with the things that he was saying?
No, for sure. Excuse me. He talked about things as far as like it was game planning, so I knew I had to do those things. I just had some breakdowns, so I would definitely agree with the things he was saying.
And when you talk about teams playing you different defensively, is there anything a team can throw at you that you didn't see in your high school career that the teams tried to do to you to stop you?
No, not really. I mean, in high school I was getting triple teams, so there's not really much different, but it's on a different level, so it's going to be an adjustment, and I'm just going to have to work harder to get open, and I'm just going to do anything to help my team win, to be honest.
John Long will come to you next.
Hey, Dontaie, over the years, we've had a lot of Kentucky players tell us that they kind of felt like Coach Cal was maybe not picking on them so much, but he was harder on them than he was on the other teammates. Do you feel that's the case? And what parts of your game do you feel like Coach Cal has been especially hard on you?
I think he's hard on everybody. Like I don't think it's certain people. It's just he wants everybody to be great, so he's gonna coach everybody accordingly. But he in practice he'll tell me little things like shoot the ball. Like say I'm second guessing into a shot fake into a pull up, he'll just be like shoot the first one because he feels like I'm open. So I think just things like that.
Okay. Yeah, outside of yourself, do you think there's anybody on the team that he gets on more than others?
No, I think everyone's pretty even. I mean, it depends how you take it, like how coachable you are. Like that's gonna depend on how much you think you're getting coached like hard. Like if you're not coachable, then obviously you're gonna take it a little harder.
Kyle Tucker will come to you next.
Yeah, Dontaie, I wonder how you're able to see, now that you're on the scouting report, as everybody has said, how you're able to see, or we're able to see in that Vanderbilt game, the way your presence on the court opens some things up for other guys, as they've got to respect now that there's a guy out there that can get hot and hit 7 threes in a game.
I think the big thing from my perspective is just going into games, just doing whatever it takes for the team to win. I mean, as far as game planning, obviously having a shooter out there will space the floor, but at the end of the day, I just want to do whatever helps the team win.
Jerry Tipton will circle back to you.
Yeah, I have 2 questions. The first one, Dontaie, is from your perspective, how hot were you at Mississippi State, or was that just Dontaie being Dontaie?
I mean, I'm a shooter. I could say I was hot, but I've definitely had games like that in the past, and like shooting is what I do.
And I wonder with Coach Lucas, when he came on earlier, he said that you guys discussed with Coach Cal what happened Wednesday with the protesters storming the U.S. Capitol, and the players shared their thoughts. And I thought of the video you guys put out before the season, the Black Lives Matter. And I wonder if you could share, how you guys thought, what you thought about what happened Wednesday.
Honestly, I've seen a little bit of it on social media, but I haven't read into it enough to give an opinion.
Okay, thank you.
Keith will follow up with you.
Hey, Dontaie, tonight's your brother Traden's senior night. He's 15 points away from 1,000-point club. Was just wondering what advice you've given to him going into his senior year, being recruited and getting close to that scoring milestone.
I just told him and to really just have fun. Like at the end of the day, basketball should be a fun game, and I'm proud of him for being even 15 away from 1,000. Like that's a huge milestone at any point in anybody's career. So I just tell him I'm proud of him and just have fun.
All right, thank you.
John Long will circle back to you.
Dontaie, it seems like mental health is a real big issue this year for everybody. When I look at you, you look like somebody who's always very level-headed. You've got things together. Is that something that's always been a part of you, or how has that developed? How have you been able to maintain your mental health during these difficult times?
I think mental health is huge. I think if you ask anybody's going through it, even a little bit. Obviously, there's variations and people are going through it different ways, but everybody's going through it. And I've even gone through it, like even last year, but I think that's what has prepared me more for a year like this with COVID. Like I went through it the year before, so now I'm fine. Like I'm doing better so I can help other people.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions for Dontaie? All right, Dontaie, thank you so much for your time.
Hey, thank you all.